In the village of Umuoka, where the red earth meets the lush green forests, two families, Okonkwo and Obioma, rule like ancient kings. For decades, these families have harbored hatred, fueled by an unresolved feud that no elder dares to fully explain. The tension divides the village, forcing even friends and lovers to choose sides. Amid this animosity, a forbidden love quietly blooms. Adaeze, daughter of the Obioma family, carries herself with grace and strength, known throughout the village for her wisdom. Chinedu, son of the Okonkwo clan, is fierce yet gentle, a young man caught between his family's pride and his own yearning heart. One evening, as the sun sets and the air cools, Adaeze and Chinedu meet secretly beneath the shade of the village's ancient Udala tree, a symbol of unity now overshadowed by conflict. They speak of their dreams, of a life unshackled by family grudges, and they exchange promises of loyalty. But as the night deepens, they feel the weight of their decision. Should anyone discover their secret meetings, the wrath of both families would be swift and merciless. Even so, their love defies reason. Little do they know, the river that runs through Umuoka, Oshimiri Ndu, watches silently, its tides beginning to shift. As the winds pick up and strange omens appear in the village, whispers arise that the ancestors are restless. But Adaeze and Chinedu remain undeterred, believing love is stronger than tradition. They decide to seek answers beyond the living realm, unaware that the river holds not only guidance, but buried betrayals waiting to resurface. By the banks of Oshimiri Ndu, where fishermen often tell tales of spirits and omens, Adaeze and Chinedu gather at midnight. The moon glows high, casting silver streaks across the rippling waters. They kneel, offering libations of palm wine and kola nuts, calling on the Ndi, the revered ancestral spirits, for guidance. Suddenly, the river's current changes, growing stronger and louder, as if responding to their prayers. A chilling breeze sweeps through, and a shadowy figure emerges from the mist. Namo, the ancestral mother, a spirit seldom seen by mortal eyes. Her voice echoes like the rustling of leaves. Children of blood and bitterness, you seek love, but walk blind among the sins of your fathers. She warns them of a dark truth buried beneath the feud, lies and betrayals that neither family has ever confessed. Unless the truth is revealed, the river's tides will continue to swell, carrying destruction not just to them, but to the entire village. Namo gives them a cryptic task. They must find the lost Cowry necklace, an heirloom once shared between their ancestors before the feud. Only when it is returned to the river will the ancestors release their anger. With a flash, she disappears, leaving the lovers shaken yet determined. They decide to begin their search in secret, fearing that their families would never allow such blasphemy against tradition. But unknown to them, prying eyes in the village have noticed their nighttime visits to the riverbank, and suspicion begins to stir. As dawn breaks, news spreads through Umuoka like wildfire. Chinedu has been seen by the river at midnight, accompanied by a shadowy figure. Elders from the Okonkwo family confront him, demanding answers. Chinedu remains silent, protecting Adaeze, but his father, Eze Okonkwo, grows wary. Meanwhile, Adaeze visits the oldest woman in the village, Mama Nwakego, a keeper of forgotten stories. In a hushed voice, Mama Nwakego reveals a hidden history. Many seasons ago, the Okonkwo and Obioma clans were bound by friendship, sealed by the gifting of the Cowry necklace, a symbol of peace. But jealousy and greed shattered that bond. One of the Okonkwo ancestors betrayed the pact, stealing the necklace and framing the Obioma family to gain power. This lie ignited the feud, passed down through generations, rewritten to favor pride over truth. Armed with this knowledge, Adaeze realizes that the key to breaking the cycle lies in exposing the deception. But the necklace's location remains a mystery. She and Chinedu vow to continue their quest, even as rumors swirl and tensions rise in their families. That night, they meet again by Oshimiri Ndu, swearing on the river's tide to uncover the lost necklace. The water laps at their feet as if encouraging them, but deep within, the ancestral spirits stir restlessly, awaiting resolution. As Umuoka prepares for the grand New Yam festival, The village is alive with color, dance, and music. Masquerades fill the streets, their masks symbolizing both ancestors and hidden truths. Underneath the festivities, however, mistrust brews. Chinedu's brother, Obinna, suspects his brother's strange behavior. Pressured by Eze Okonkwo, Obinna follows Chinedu one night and discovers his meetings with Adaeze. Betrayed and furious, he returns to his father, convincing him that Chinedu is consorting with their enemy. Eze Okonkwo, enraged, decides that the Obioma family must pay. He plans to publicly shame them during the festival, reigniting hostilities and forcing Chinedu to prove his loyalty. Meanwhile, Adaeze and Chinedu learn that the Cowry necklace was hidden long ago near the sacred grove, guarded by ancestral curses. Under cover of night, they slip away, navigating through thick forests, dodging traps and spirit warnings. They finally reach an old shrine, overgrown but humming with spiritual energy. There, buried beneath a stone marked with both family symbols, lies the necklace, dull but still powerful. But before they can celebrate, masked figures emerge from the trees, Chinedu's brother, Obinna, and other warriors sent to capture them. The lovers are forced to flee, the necklace clutched tightly as the ancestors' whispers swirl louder in the wind. Cornered by their families at the banks of Oshimiri Ndu, Adaeze and Chinedu stand with nowhere left to hide. Both families gather, shouting accusations and threats, demanding blood to cleanse the dishonor. With shaking hands, Chinedu reveals the Cowry necklace and shouts the truth for all to hear. The betrayal was never by the Obioma family, but within the Okonkwo house itself. The necklace is proof of the deception. A hush falls over the crowd as Mamanwaka Ego steps forward, confirming the lover's tale. She recounts the forgotten history, her voice steady and heavy with sorrow. Eze Okonkwo's face hardens, but the weight of guilt begins to show. The elders of the village confer, torn between upholding tradition and embracing the truth laid bare before them. Suddenly, a loud rumble comes from the river. The tide rises unnaturally fast, swirling dangerously as if the ancestors themselves are demanding resolution. As the waters churn, Adaeze steps forward, holding the necklace high above her head. She speaks, not just of love, but of peace, forgiveness, and the poison of old lies. She asks both families to let go of the past and start anew. With a solemn nod, Chinedu throws the Cowry necklace into Oshimiri Ndu. The river accepts the offering, calming almost instantly. The wind dies down, and a sense of stillness blankets the village. Eze Okonkwo, his pride shattered, bows his head. The feud that stained generations dissolves under the gaze of the river. The villagers kneel together, both Okonkwo and Obioma, acknowledging the harm tradition and pride had caused. Adaeze and Chinedu stand side by side, not just as lovers, but as a symbol of unity. As the sun rises, the river flows peacefully once more, its tides now carrying the promise of a new beginning.